Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Hello guys, you are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Thank you. Today I want to join me listening to a serious fight that erupted between Solomon Owusu of the UP party and NPP Moji over the decision of Afoko trying to join the NPP again, which I would like you to join me listening to what transpired between the two of them on a live TV. Thank you.
The vetting of the CJ nominee and the minorities plea for it to be put on hold. Mr. Osu.
Senator, once again, we are back to the same minority members of parliament who seem not to find their rhythm because of the way and manner some of them got themselves involved in parliamentary matters. In fact, if a proper scrutiny was done at the constituency levels by the party itself, a lot of them wouldn't have found themselves being in parliament because they fall short of the quality that is needed. You see, a bit of history, Senator. The NPP boycotted the 1992 parliamentary elections because, you know, in the 1992, the presidential elections took place before the parliamentary elections. And the NPP said that the NDC has stolen, former President John Rawlings has stolen the elections, so they will not even take part in the 1992 parliamentary elections. Now, in 96, the NPP got to parliament together with the minority, having about 67 members of parliament. The NDC had an overwhelming majority. That was when I realized that it was not about the quantity, but it was about the quality. The quality of representation by the then minority, led by J.H. Mensah, was unmatched. The clarity of thought, their positions on several matters, endeared the party to the people of this country. And so by 2000, the 67 had metamorphosed into a majority. So ordinarily, the NPP having 87 members of parliament today should not be the problem. The problem they have today is the quality, their positions on several matters. And one of such matters is this vetting of the CJ. Senator, does the president has the power to appoint or nominate someone to be the Chief Justice? The answer is an emphatic yes. Once it's done, it goes to Parliament for the vetting to take place. If their position is upheld, what it means is that no president will be allowed to work in this country. All that will be happening is that when a president nominates or takes any decision, then I will go to court so that the president has to wait for a determination of that matter before his views or policies could be implemented. This is an absurdity. So if I tell you that the quality is suspect, you must understand it. Now, it is not about the quality of the nominee. I can tell you for a fact that Paul Bafuboni is a great judge. They are doing this to appease Madame Tokolu. That is all to it. In the view of the NPP minority, the nemesis of Justice Tokolu is largely coming from Justice Paul Bafuboni. And if you care to know, Justice Paul Bafuboni has only a year to expand as the Chief Justice. So what do? Let's use legal gymnastics to delay his vetting and by extension delay his appointment or occupation of the position of Chief Justice To the extent that even when he is approved, he will not have more than 2 months to be in office, and that will be great for them. It's all about Justice Bafuboni and Tokon. That's what is playing out. Nothing more, nothing less. Else, if they claim that Justice Bafuboni is not a good judge, then it becomes an indictment on the very NPP that they belong to. Because which political party or government appointed Bafuboni to the Supreme Court? Was it not J. Kufuor? So, if today you tell us that Bafuboni is not a good judge, are you telling us that J. Kufuor gave us someone who was not good? It cannot be. But because of the way and manner they themselves handled him, it's a long-standing judge at the Supreme Court, bypassed him. I'm even surprised that the man is still living around and is always cheerful. I'm very surprised, because the sort of humiliation, if you are in a position and your juniors are always being promoted ahead of you, that is marks of either incompetence or I don't know what it is. So let us do everything possible to, as it were, deny him the opportunity of also recording his name in the history books of Ghana, that he, Justice Paul Bafuboni, was once a Chief Justice of this land. That is what we are dealing with, and it's so sad. When I saw some of the people in there doing this, I realized that, look, they have lost their way. They have lost their way. Were you the one that advised the removed Chief Justice Tokonu to expend 337,000 on tickets and per diems on the husband and the daughter? Were you the one that did that? So why must you be angry? Was it Justice Paul Bafuboni that asked the Chief Justice to flout the removed one? The laws that governs her office? He did not do that. In fact, in spite of the fact that as a senior member of the bench, that's at the Supreme Court, he had been denied the opportunity of leading that institution, he cooperated. So why must you take this evil about him? I will be very surprised if Parliament also waits, because it's an independent arm. We have been in this country where we were told by the then president. You remember on the matter of the e-levy, someone went to court, Justice Abdullahi, that the president, there had to be an injunction on it because it didn't meet certain threshold. The president assented to that bill, saying that notice of injunction was not an injunction. If you have been treated to that. So I'll be very surprised that the parliament of today will do otherwise. They must vet Bafuboni expeditiously, because there are a lot of cases that have to be tried. People are in all manner of cases that needs a substantive Chief Justice to do business. As we speak, the removed Chief Justice is all over the place. She is in ECOWAS court, you know about that. She has sued this country looking for $10 million, which is more than the budget of the Ministry of Women and Gender. You know that. She wants money more than a whole ministry to herself. As we speak, she has matters pending at the Supreme Court. As we speak, she has a matter at the High Court. As we speak, through Janet Nabila, there is a petition before 2-4. So what else must we do? At a point in time, you remember some faceless individuals who call themselves Commonwealth lawyers or judges. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? We want to hear their voices in matters of the corruption cases that is happening in this country. The 2.4 billion cedis that is the subject matter of the National Service scandal. We want to hear those judges, because there cannot be any human right violation than people stealing the wealth of the state. Where are they? All of a sudden, in the matter of Tokonu, they popped up. All of a sudden, an association, the Ghana Bar Association, that in the initial stages said they agreed with the president because the president was following due process, was behaving within the confines of the law, changed their mind and said, oh, the president was engaging in an illegality. What sort of country are we building? So, because of your whims and caprices, Justice Paul Bafuboni must be denied. Must be denied. If you think you have anything against Justice Bafuboni, I will be the first person to support you. Because we cannot get an incompetent person occupying the position of a Chief Justice. So you go to Parliament and submit whatever you have against him to the appointment committee. We are not doing that. He said because the removed Chief Justice, who 1 month, 1 court, she's going to give him far more. We should wait for all these cases to be expended, dispensed with, before we will come back to vetting. So if I tell you that it's all about Bafuboni and the attempt to deny him of being the Chief Justice, would I be wrong? So Parliament of Ghana, they must, without any equivocation or hesitation, empanel the appointment committee as quickly as possible. Go and ask relevant questions. Some of the questions are too light. We want to hear probing questions that go to the core of the office, so that we can assess him as to whether or not he is competent for the office, and we move on as a country. And so Ghanaians must not entertain it. It's much ado about nothing. It's about serving an individual's interest, which interest does not supersede the interest of the state. Ghana is a sovereign country, and we must always rise above some of these pettiness. It will not help anybody. And just to digress a bit, my brother attempted responding to what I was saying, that Article 19C says that a person is innocent until proven guilty. But who has pronounced anybody guilty? The written court is a public document. When you file a document in court, it's a public document. The response or the affidavit in opposition from the defendants are also a public document. I am saying you have stolen. They are also saying they are not stolen. Why are you accusing them that why you say you have not stolen? So you say the Attorney General is saying they have stolen. They are also saying they have not stolen. That's why there is a judge. So there cannot be any qualms about it. We must encourage some of these things. It's the beauty of democracy. It's the beauty of the law at play. But what we will not allow people to gaslight us into believing is that as we live in this country, we don't know that people have stolen our public funds. We will not allow that. We will, look, no matter the semantics, the adjective they use, they have stolen from us. You have a whole finance minister, Ken Ofori, after his tenure. He has run away from this country. We have been told on countless occasions. First, it used to be his lawyers who were preaching to us daily. Boisterous in nature, bourgeois. They were telling us that their peace of mind, as though the country belongs to them. That he was undergoing surgery. He was in Mayo Clinic. As a finance minister, the very reason why he must be in this country is the very reason he's citing that he's in the US. You were managing my tax revenue. That tax revenue was to be managed in such a way and manner that it could be used to construct modern day clinic and hospitals in this country, just like the Mayo Clinic. So that when my mother from the poor village, Mujib's mother from the poor village, your mother from the poor village is sick, she will not be looking for US visa to go to America before she gets treated, and that she would be treated locally. You did this, use 97 choppable American dollars together with your brother and then Kufuor to go and dig a hole at Rich, and that hole is still there. $97 million. So now, do you know what that money could have done to the economy of this country? The 5 northern regions alone, it could have turned around the agriculture that they are doing there, the farming that they are doing there. The number of combined harvesters that he could have bought. The former finance minister finishes his tenure or term and he runs from this country. We are told he will be back to Ghana in May of 2025. He doesn't show up. July, he doesn't show up. October, he doesn't show up. We are in November. Today is the 1st of November. No one is telling us when he's going to come to this country. Then you tell us that a person is innocent until proven guilty. If he did what was right, why would he be running away from this country? Just like the buffer stock, the second accused has run away. If he did what was right, why would he run? A country that borrowed $13.5 billion under the able watch of the Nekufuado Baumia and Ken Oforiatta, we cannot see the benefit of it. All the major roads leading out of Accra are in terrible shape. Accra Kumasi does not fit to be a road to the village or the farm of any serious country. Accra West, Accra Takrady West, Accra Koforidua West. So what did they actually use the money for? So now you were in this country a couple of days ago, ECG. You saw their public accounts. How they stole from us. They themselves were telling, and they were laughing. What even annoys me is that when they are saying it, they don't know shame. Then they will be laughing on top of it. They will put on their jacket with their spectacle and they come and laugh. Meanwhile, millions of people are suffering what they will eat a day. Every day our phones, the messages that are coming. We need this, we need that, we need that. You see a person is so innocent? When you are being told that take home $1.6 million, send a simple calculation, lifestyle audit. That's why from the movement to date, if you take our constitution as the United Party, this is a copy, I'll get to a copy, I'll get to a copy. We continue to preach about lifestyle audit. How can a person's salary be on the average 28,000? Let me even make it 30,000. And here I'm talking about Hanan. And then assume that he occupied the position for 8 years. 30,000 sana annually gives you 360,000 cedis per annum. If it was 8 years, it makes it what? 2.8 million Ghana cedis. Is 2.8 million Ghana cedis able to pay for $1.65 million for only one of the properties? He's not on record to have had any other businesses before coming into power or going into government. And we see all these things, and you have a lawyer go to court because the law protects the rich. The poor man is the reason why we have lost. Take it from me. It's because of the poor man that we have lost. Because like I told you, Mauli Agbenya in Jasika, who was in prison for a year, a carpenter, he went to court and he couldn't afford the services of a lawyer, so he pleaded guilty. Immediately he was jailed. Richard Asare, the 18-year-old boy who was also jailed for 6 months for stealing a goat, he went to court and pleaded guilty because he didn't have any lawyer. The woman that was supposed to comfort Jua, who had gone to steal groceries worth 1,384, went to court and pleaded guilty because she did not have the benefit of a lawyer. When the so-called people that we call them rich men steal because they have the benefit of securing the service of a lawyer, they go to court and they get things muddled up and then they get away with it. And you say they are innocent. You are not. You are stolen from us. You are not innocent of anything. And that unless the youth of this country begin to be angry, it is your future that is being stolen. The very position he was suspended from, I could not believe it. Initially I thought that his account has been hacked, or someone was just trying to impersonate him, until I heard my good friend Anaya Osei, who happens to be his spokesperson, confirm that position. Let's put it on record that Paul Afoko never left the NPP. He was suspended as the national chairman of the party, but not as a member of the party, according to him, and also the party. So if he decides to go back and contest, that is his prerogative. But every decision must be analyzed based on the pros and cons. and see whether the decision will stand the test of time. From where I sit, if you had sought my advice, I'm happy you read the first paragraph. You see, after extensive what? Consultation. That means he didn't consult extensively. I want to find out from Mr. Afoko whether he consulted his brother Gregory on this matter. And when he consulted Gregory Afoko, was it the advice from Gregory Afoko that he should go and contest as the national chairman of the NPP again? Because, but for he being the national chairman of the NPP, Gregory Afoko would never have suffered that. He would never have gone through what he went through. Political persecution. Political persecution. The hate or the hatred for Paul Afoko by the elements within the New Patriotic Party, particularly those that have been groomed by Nana Akufo-Addo, was unmatched. Because as you speak, if you ask those that did what they did, that committed that crime against Paul Afoko, to establish one crime that he committed for which reason he was suspended, I can tell you they won't get it for you. They can't say anything to buttress whatever they did to him. He went through this. Your brother suffered for that. By extension, your family suffered for that. You were removed somewhere 2015. We are in 2025. 10 years later, you decided not to speak. The few times you came out, you came to describe the party as a phone party, village party. That has lost its bearing. You returned to your farming business. So what changed? I was thinking he was even going to remain as an ordinary member of the party for posterity to judge him right. A party that is on its way to the cemetery, you are joining them to the cemetery? A party that is collapsed, which manifestation would be evident to entire country on the 31st of January 2026, why would you say that you are going back? I really want to see or know those that advised him. The extensive consultations that he did, I want to know the element, the individuals, so that I will never allow any of them to advise me in life together with my family. They have done a great deal of disservice to him. Because see, beyond the fact that this party, they don't love you, in 2014, I was in Tamale Sports Stadium. I witnessed his election. It was not as though he was loved overwhelmingly. He must get it straight. He wasn't loved overwhelmingly. He was not the favorite of the majority of the delegates. Miscalculation, indecision, indiscretion from the camp of Nana Akufo-Addo paved the way for him to win. At a point, the camp of Nana Akufo-Addo had two candidates, Stephen Ayesu and Fredo Wari. They could not take or make a determination on two of them, on the two of them as to who was going to be their main candidate. So the two of them went into the election. And if you compare the results of Stephen Ayesu and that of Fredo Wari, if you put the two together, it was in excess of what Paul Afoko got. I mean, it was about 1,000 plus of what he got. But because of that split, the indecision that President Akufo-Addo, then candidate, exhibited in opposition, they lost it. Beyond that, whether he likes it or not, a lot of people that even voted for him then, that supported him, are those that have left and are with us in the United Party. The very delegates album that was used in 2014 has been amended tremendously. It's not the same delegates album. This time around, you have a lot of strangers in there. People that are sleeping on the streets, of Kaneshi that I know, if you go and take Okape South delegates album, they are those that are sleeping at Kaneshi Market. Because I was there, I was a coordinator. And I took them severally to court. That what they were doing was beyond human comprehension. So how are you going to win with such an album? It's a bad decision. But I have heard a couple of the NPP people that are going around saying that his decision to join the race shows that the NPP is attractive and that it is a big blow to the United Party. And I've been laughing since. Ask them, well, how did they come to that conclusion? Paul Afoko was there and we established our interim national executives. So are you not aware of that? When we unveiled the United Party, did we not give or provide to the people of this country our interim national executives for emphasis sake? Let me repeat the interim national executives of the United Party. Boniface Abubakar Sadiq is our interim national chairman. Nobody can convince me that in terms of political pedigree, Paul Afoko comes close. The only election Paul Afoko won in his life was that of the 2014. He had never contested any serious election, even in the NPP. But Boniface has been an MP in 2 regions of this country. Salaga in the then northern or now Savannah, and Medina in the Greater Accra region. A cabinet minister has held various portfolios in government. Not a minnow in a Ghana politics. He is our interim national chairman. We are widely as our general secretary, interim general secretary. Hobson Yaobi Adoye as our field operations manager that you call organizer. We have myself as the communications director, and so on and so forth. So we have nominated our executives. So his decision to us it will contest for the position of national chairman in the NPP has nothing to do with the United Party. And indeed, he has never been part of our breakaway from the NPP to becoming the movement and now to the United Party. So it has no bearing on us. And I thought that I had to bring this matter up for those that are going around speculating or saying that, oh, it pains us. Nothing pains us, but I believe that what he has done will go a long way to discourage a lot of young guys who hitherto had the interest of entering into politics. That politics must be fought on based on principle. What has changed in the party that once you described as being a phone party? What has changed? It's even now worse. A party where people are going into election, they are looking for a leader. They are all describing the sins of the other. A party that Mahmoud Bawumia's people are doing tribal politics in the 5 northern regions, leading to Kennedy Japon also saying that if you are doing tribal politics in the north, I will also do it in the south. Is it a party that you must be interested in? A party that members that were sent into government to serve the people of this country, they turn themselves into Atais. Is it a party that you have to go back to? So you are rather going to join a party that has so much debt on it that something that you did not take part in, you are now going to be described as being part of those that undertook the enterprise, causing this country to be a crime scene. And I believe that if I had been consulted, there is no way I would have advised that Paul Awenteme Afoko must even dream or have the thought of going to contest for that position. You showed that you were weak as a national chairman, because if you have been elected by delegates to be the national chairman and you sat down for them, at that time, mind you, Nana Akufo-Addo had not become the candidate. When he was elected as the national chairman, Nana Akufo-Addo had not become the candidate. Yet you sat down for them to remove you. It shows how weak you were. So who would go and vote for you and then see that you have been removed from office and then knowing this history will go and vote for you again? Would the person not think that given the opportunity you will still be you will still be removed from office?
We have conducted the elections, both presidential and primaries, before the suspension scheme. That was why in 2016 the election we had 169 because
No.
was there.
No. Let me
explain to you.
No. So the election of Afoko was before the presidential election.
No. You conclude.
What are you talking about?
It's a correction. I'm not saying it's a correction. You conclude.
Why is Mujib doing this?
What am I doing?
So no, I think the point you was making.
I want to know the point you
was making is that yes, Paul Afoko was elected before Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
But by the time he was removed,
Nana Akufo-Addo was flag bearer.
So what I'm saying is that. So the point I'm trying to, but let me re-echo for you to get it so that you don't even, your point that becomes moot. I was saying that you occupied office before Nana Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
So when they were engineering, you were in power. So how do you allow, because mind you, Nana Akufo-Addo did not become the flag bearer before they started the engineering.
Exactly.
It was right after the elections in Tamale that they started the idea of removing you.
So, but the fact is, get this right, but there was no way anybody at that time could go against Akufo-Addo, whether he became flag bearer or not, because of the way the party was around him.
So,
you know it.
Please allow him to flow.
Just that. He knew what. That's why he ran away.
There was every reason, every capacity, every power entrusted in the hands of Paul Afoko, Kwabena Japan, and those people over there to have safeguarded or protected their, what do you call it, office. What happened was that greed took a better part of them. If Kwabena Japan had not allowed what happened to Afoko, it would never have happened. Because you needed someone in the nature of the general secretary or the chairman himself to be communicating.
No, why?
Because of promises here and there, you are not a target.
No, it's a lie.
No. Please, you will get your turn.
But
you will get your turn.
It's something I know, and I was deeply involved in.
You will clarify when your turn comes. So, please, Solo.
I'm very surprised Mujib was doing this.
No, but you were not even closer to some of
What
this.
are you talking about?
So you knew.
We
Don't let Mujib come and confuse you and convince you that he was in the know as to anything. Whatever he will tell you right now is hearsay. He will not back it with any document.
Okay.
So don't try that you try and say that whatever. But the bottom line is that he was voted for as the national chairman. He sat down to be removed sheepishly. Now you are coming back to tell delegates that they should entrust their destinies into your hands. Which delegate worth a shot will do that? Which delegate? So he has goofed, he has been misled. It's not a decision that will stand the test of time. And I believe that the earlier he rescinded his decision and joined the party as a floor member, the better for him. Let me end here and come out with your rebuttals and let's see. Because what I'm thinking
but I'll ask you some basic.
Don't ask me.
I'll ask you questions.
I'll
ask you questions because
don't ask me any questions.
Now you are so fixated. You don't want to hear anything about NPP. What is your problem?
Pan-Africa.
No, what is your problem? What is your problem?
So speak your.
What has NPP done to you?
NPP has not.
So not long ago, we're all together and trying to get opportunity to correct some of these things you are complaining today. So I'm coming.
They gave me a topic.
You see, I'm coming.
I'm not complaining about anything.
I said I'm coming. The fact that you couldn't stay to get it materialized and you exited doesn't mean that anybody who are still there. I can't understand.
What is
let me. So I was going to read a few comments, but
but the point is, he rightly mentioned it. Afoko was suspended as national chairman of NPP and not as a member of the New Patriotic Party. I hope you are getting the argument. But I felt that I didn't want to go into the issues that happened then, leading to his suspension, Kwabena Japan, Sami Crab, and many others at the constituency and regional level. I thought that maybe that one is a topic for another day. I was closer. I was special assistant to Kobna Japan. I was closer, and I knew, and I heard, and I saw a lot of things happen. I hope you are getting the argument. So, because we are young politicians growing, there are certain areas we don't want to touch, but it doesn't mean that we are not documenting it, and we'll say it and tell people one day.
That day is today.
And people who were even closer and we needed their voice, they were not there. I hope you are getting the argument. But the fact that, you see, when the kitchen is hot, some can't stand. They will have to leave. It is some who have to be in the kitchen, make sure they manage the smoke and everything, and make sure that the food is ready. They bring it out. Those who couldn't stand the heat will still be invited to come and eat. So my brother Solo here, the fact that maybe we were all support. I have started supporting Alan in 2007. I'm coming. Since 2007, I was with him the last primaries. When after super delegates, Alan didn't go to the second stage of the elections. That which include the polling station executive. I'm coming, and he decided to. No, I'm trying to bring a point, and he decided to move away. We respect him, and that is a decision. Even though some of us have our own reservations on his decision, but we have to respect him. So we decided that okay, fine, it is hot, but we have to stay and still try. Maybe one day we'll get the opportunity to change things. So if Afoko at a point reflected on issues and other things, I didn't, and decided that, oh, I want to come back and contest. Maybe get the opportunity. Mistakes that I made, certain things I can correct. I'm not saying I'm supporting him, but I think that it is his right. So why will anybody have a problem with that? And said if he had consulted you, what is it? Because he's still an NPP member. And in the family, at a point, issues will come. Disagreement will come. Fight will come. Wars will come. But it doesn't mean that you boycott your family and just leave there and say, oh, this family, I have nothing to do with the family. So that is the nature of our Ghanaian politics, especially those that were at the helm of affairs. That is still leading to breakaways that we are still experiencing today. And I believe that it is my conviction. These things will not continue forever. One day, there will be leaders that will emerge and will begin to right these wrongs. That is why anytime I'm here with Solo, I have full conversation. Solo, one day you come back.
You join the United Party, I know. But
yes, I hope you are getting the argument. So that is the point I'm making. So me, when I heard the news and I saw the statement issue, and certain people who are closer to Afoko commenting it, I knew it is true, and I don't have any problem with him. I hope you are getting the argument. But if you have also broken away from Afafranto to UP, and we don't have problems with you, I don't see why you should also be having problem with us. I hope you are getting the argument. So I'm coming. So if today, if today Paul Afoko has decided that, oh, I want to go this direction, maybe the Afafranto way, maybe Solo will not be speaking the way he's speaking now. I hope you are getting the argument. So why do you think he will come and consult you? Why do you think he will come and consult you? Why do you think delegates will not vote for him? You haven't done any research. You haven't done any wider consultation to say what you are saying. So that man is also independent. And he's a matured former chairman. So let him go and try his luck again. Well, after all, the party hasn't issued any statement saying that he can't contest or they will allow him to contest. So what is your problem? I hope you are getting that. So that is my word. So anytime they mention anything, Solo doesn't want to. Meanwhile, not years ago, we are all trying to change what we are talking today. And you are not a man enough, you run away. You are a man with bones, you will run away. You say, just like we say, and Solo, I can promise you today, mark the date. By 31st January 2026, we will change the face of the party. Solo, I'm telling you. You are not God, and I'm telling you. So it will change.
It's not going to change.
I'm telling you. So that is why you guys we are making we are quiet and we are all Solo market today we are here on the 1st of November 2025. So the market here. That is how life is. So if people like President Kufuor and all those, if they will tell you their few stories in this party, what they went through before they got the opportunity to lead the party, subsequently become president. That is the nature. It is not only happening in only NPP. It happened in other parties and in other countries too. Because this is a game that has no formula. The only formula sometimes you can do is the Machiavellian tactics, try to pull each other, criticize, bring each other down, because this man is going, I don't want him to go. That has always been the game. And Solo knew at that time, the atmosphere engulfed the party at that time. Akufo-Addo was a demigod in the party. It happens to your leader. Alan had to suffer and struggles and endure all manner of humiliations under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And some of us, I think was it 2010 at trade fair, some of us were nearly lynched. Go and ask, Anta. Anta was nearly lynched at trade fair when we went for constitutional amendments after 2007 elections in Lagos. How we are getting, so it has not been easy. But I felt Solo, you don't run, you don't give up when the heat is on. That is a man. Or what? You have to change it, and I'm telling you, Solo, this thing will not continue, and we are getting closer. We will change the face of this party. They be more. Yeah, they say.
Don't worry yourself to mark candidate. He's not going to change it.
Jai. And then we are also we're still in the formative stages. To what say? Maybe I do master own meeting. Maybe I owe. So that is okay. And the other mama Sue goes to look at the catcher.
You know he's not going to get anywhere.
This is what we were saying in 2003. I said, so let's be very sincere. We don't want to talk. But the people come on checking out and can you come in and
we took the best.
What meant this? What would they have said? You have nothing to say, but it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not good at dates, but I always remember things like this. I never forget.
It's 1st November 2025.
I'll remind you, don't worry.
There's no possibility in the world anywhere. But
I'll remind you, don't worry.
Those that you accuse, they are men like you. They are men like you. They are men like you. It's going to be stronger than you.
Will you go and tell me?
Is it Kodia stronger than me?
No.
They're not better mine.
But I told you that.
They're not better.
What are you discussing? We are discussing.
We know why I'm mentioning that.
A few comments from those who are joining us. But before that, let me also acknowledge the stations that are currently tuning to us. Kiss FM 89.7 in Takra, the Shine FM in Akachi on 96.9, Hills FM at Adakulo 91.7, Nyawase Radio Ketekrachi 89.7, Stella Radio Dabala on 97.1, Diamond FM in Tamale 93.7, Bar Radio in Yendi 106.5, Radio Kita on Saboba 95.7, Benya FM Elmina 105.7, Global FM 105.1 in Ho, Zebs FM 95.9 in Zebela, True FM 92.5 in Adeso, Lamara FM 89.1 in Shriponi, Boem 88.7 FM in Jasikan, Lukusi on 96.1 in Vergolokwati, Tyne FM on 19.9, Sekpele 104.3 FM, Akpini Radio in Kpando, Denyigba Radio 90.9, Oti Radio in Dambai are all tuning to us currently. Thank you all very much for offering us your platform. Dr. Zubairu sent this comment earlier because I took my wife to Ridge Hospital and I was told to sign that my wife should be treated while sitting in a plastic chair because there's no bed. But people were able to steal monies for procurement of beds to hospitals in Ghana. And Dr. Zubairu, thank you very much for that comment. Azure says, is Paul Afoko aware that he's not qualified to contest? According to the amnesty, members who accepted cannot contest any internal elections. I think he's been addressing that issue. He said he was not dismissed from the party. He was removed from his position. Tafai Namahia Sena, the minority petition to hold the vetting of Chief Justice is dead on arrival. Nobody can stop Parliament from exercising its constitutional duties. My regards to your guests, including my brother Mujib, that's Tafa who sent that. This one from Martin Kwame said, Soviet says, the minority's call to hold the vetting of Justice Bafoboni is much ado about nothing. The mini-micro minority should stop disturbing our ears with their unproductive, anemic, and useless press conference and rather spend their time to rebuild and resuscitate their party, which is currently in a state of comatose. Thank you for that. Well, I think those are the comments that I can go through now. There's a lot here. I'll come back to that. Thank you very much for the comment. More. Good morning, Pan-African TV. Baumia told Ghanaians that there was in Ghana, they will not go to the IMF. Okay, I think there was money in Ghana, so they will not go to IMF. But not knowing there's plenty money that they came to loot. George sent that from who? There's more from Nelson Agoma from Bolgatanga, who says, I just want to give my thumbs up to Solomon Owusu. I really admire him and wish that we had his type to always be on most of the morning shows on some of the TV channels. He's fearless and upright in his presentations or any issue raised and discussed. He's always making my day, such that I always search for him to see which TV station he is on. I pray and wish that God continues to guide and protect him. Nelson Agoma sent that from Bolgatanga. More says, good morning, Senna. Especially to my boss Solo for the wonderful submissions. Look at the buffer stock and SS case. You wonder the country we are living in. As stated by my boss, Mr. Solo, someone stole foodstuff to survive, and I jailed for that. While others still the whole nation, and they are free men. Ibrahim sent that from Tamale. And then there's this one from Ambassador in Fadama. Says the NPP man is okay. The way he's speaking indicates that he cannot convince anyone to join the NPP. That's Ambassador who sent that from Fadama. And this one says, Senator, please ask Solo when the EC boss will be audited. The hotel she's building is huge. Really? Where did she get the money? Solo, you know anything about that? Apparently, you know when the EC boss will be audited. Alhassan Hamdan says there's a saying, a clear conscience fears no accusations. What is the worry of the minority? If your hands are clean, why should you be worried about the Attorney General briefing the public on corruption updates? So your hard truth is pushing me to join UP. The decision of Afoko to contest the NPP chairmanship position is a bad decision, and he must rethink his decision. Then there's this one who says, what then is the guarantee that Afoko won't be removed as chairman if elected as he was removed? Mujib. The scheme that got Afoko removed as party chairman is still in existence. Afoko going back to contest for the position of the party chairman is the weakest decision. He didn't add his name to that comment. Asanko again says the now irrelevant micro-minority are doing what they are good at, diabolical, mischievous, and destructive. They are behaving like the typical Konongo Kaya. They don't know how to govern, yet they will not allow those who have the expertise to govern to do so. In fact, they are not only selfish and greedy, they are evil as well. Asanko in Santa Maria sent that. Then there's this one from Honorable Ajiman Dabo Aseo Sesana. I'm disappointed in Mr. Afoko for having no regrets of disgrace done to him by the Akufo-Addo's leadership. It's better to join UP instead. That is someone's contribution. So Mr. Afoko should have joined UP. There's Mutala in Salaga who says, good morning, Sana. All corrupt politicians in NDC should be dealt with seriously. Then there's this one, Telan Kukwesi Pradivi refuses to establish Pan-African Ideology Institute before he departs from this self. We will not forgive him. Rejoining the NPP is not news. Okay, says Afoko is not rejoining NPP. He never left the New Patriotic Party. He's bidding to be chairman once again. This is the second time. First time he did, he was removed from the position. He wants to try another time, and that's what we are discussing. So Afoko, not news, therefore has no. Okay, thank you very much, Mutala. I think you didn't get the point we are discussing. Like I said, it's about him bidding to contest for the position of national chairman of the NPP. Then there's this one. I will advise Mr. Afoko to desist from contesting the chairmanship position of the NPP. He should be guided by the adage, once beaten, twice shy. Gabriel Kwete of Sefi Junasi in the Western North region. Then there's this one, which says, NPP must be commended for using the top-down approach, though some people know the motive behind it. If you look at it carefully, maybe it can reduce the monetary influence in some areas of party internal elections. Says, what is the OSP doing about the $1 million that Osafo paid to Kroll and Associates for no work done, for which he masterminded the removal of Doma Level? It appears that matters has been put to rest. That issue must not be allowed to die. Osafo must be prosecuted for the corruption activities he engaged in during both Kufuor and Akufo-Addo's era. Fred Tabri says Ghanaians are killing, watching, and listening to proceedings in the CJ vetting. The outcome will not be in shambles. Whatever the case, and like Uncle Kwesi asked, what at all is the NPP's interest in this very one person, Tokono? Fred, thank you for that. This one is from Abena in Etiwa East District, who says, I always admire the Solomon Owusu man for his plain communication without fear. He speaks fat, but in fact, take your two. I think she just replied, translated you two into English. Where will Solomon Owusu become a flag bearer? I like his zeal against corruption. Solomon should have done law course to become Attorney General to do with these heartless people duping our money. This one says the OSP cannot throw dust into the face of Ghanaians. This investigation of the SML started in 2024. Why did the OSP allow Kenneth Oyata to travel when he knows very much that the investigation is not done? Kisi Jabin can never deny the fact that he's not protecting Kenneth Oyata. God is watching. He thinks he will leave on. He should be kicked out. Very corrupt. Okay. Thank you very much. There's somebody who just says, Solomon Owusu, you have my vote. I don't know what you are contesting for. Harry sent this from Amrahia. Okay, he just wanted us to know that he's at Amrahia on a dental road. This is okay. Thank you very much. There are those who are. This one's good morning. Senator, my name is Francis from Volta. I cried today for, in fact, I feel sad. Please help our youth. It's not so clear what that is about. A few more comments from those who are sending comments right now. Hello, Senator. Mujib has started growing lean. Joe sent this from Tamale. Joe, thank you. In Ghana, when you steal a goat, you are a thief. You'll be jailed. If you steal millions, you are honorable and will walk free. Kujo from Keta says, Senator, the least talk about the NPP, the better. But for the sake of patriotism, some of us can't close our mouth. Come to think about the ghost names that we are witnessing under Nana Bawumia rule. I'm not even surprised when the 63 MPs who openly endorsed Bawumia had a ghost among them. If we give the chance to Bawumia to head the country, ghost will drive us out of this country. Senna, if Afoko contests and wins, and Bawumia wins the flag bearership, can the two be compatible? My name is Kujo from Keta. Kujo is asking. Edodo Bing says, I think Mr. Solomon Owusu and all the members of the Afofranto party are the original team A of the NPP party. I like Solomon Owusu's submissions and wish him and the Afofranto party very well. I believe all the well-meaning folks in the NPP team B will come back to join the Afofranto to form a very solid team, to form a great party to lead this country into the future. And that's what they were both talking about, whether Mujib will be so disgruntled, will join the UP, or the NPP will become better.
We have a bet. He says you put today's date down. Is that what it is?
Yes.
1st November.
Yes.
So just put it down.
This was NPP is now scattered and there's no dignity left. Akufo-Addo is just looking for his daily bread. He was never a serious in the UP. Just okay. Thank you very much for that comment. Stephen in Kwabenya says, if the NPP is not happy with the AG briefing us on oral, they can go to court to restrain the AG not to do that. Are the courts close to them in 2025? NPP never again. And he says, is the NPP spokesperson for Tokono? Okay, Stephen, thank you very much for that comment. Okay. All right, so those are some of the comments you're sending to us. Let me do a few on Facebook. Bliss Abound says, Afoko is not serious. Jose Agumabia says, Afoko, my good friend, join the UP Plus. Since Alan and yourself are from the Kufuor stock, so do your magic. You have been very honest since you left the NPP. UP Plus is a transformational party indeed for transforming Solo. Constance Kwal says, Mr. Afoko is being influenced by the Bawumia to contest. Tanko Alheri is also joining us. Please kindly tell Solo that I need his contact. He inspired me he's had through. So I would like to be part of the movement for change and the Allen team. He sent that from Louisville, Kentucky, USA. Ni Latte says that Paul Afoko should have considered the current state of the NPP before making his decision. There's Halidu Anjari, who said Mujib think their old tactics will make them survive. Na lie. The NPP party will be in opposition forever. So thank you very much. Kofi Simon, okay. Ishmael Mwini says if this is how Solomon is going to communicate, then his party is in trouble. He can't convince anybody to join the party. Osei Prempe II says Paul Afoko is a disgrace to himself. How will his family, including Gregory, feel when he sees NPP flag in his brother's room? The trauma alone can kill him. That's Osei Prempe II. Nila Ate is also joining us. I'm highly disappointed in Paul Afoko for going back to the NPP after the humiliation and imprisonment of his brother by the same political party. Whoever advised him has done him more harm than good. Kofi Simon again, Paul Afoko must... Okay, thank you very much. I think sometimes the construction... the Osei Prempe II says Solomon also should be appointed as the new OSP. Charles Thompson says the one and only Solomon also. I don't know. Yes, so you have to be OSP. Yes. There's Papa BCU in Spinktest who says, I was shocked to hear the gentleman's Paul Afoko is contesting the chairmanship race. He's going to tarnish his lovely image, hence must listen to Uncle Kwesi Pratt. The interesting thing that Mujib never talked about is whether you think he has a chance of winning the chairmanship.
Why don't you want to go there? You are into the race? Or you think it will affect the chances of your candidate?
No, it has nothing to do with...
who is your candidate? But the point is
that... You mean the flag bearer?
No, the chairmanship.
No, I've not.
You don't have any candidate?
There are so many people coming out. So for now, my focus is to get Ken the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. So that occupied my mind now.
Although that want to lead, I am battled though. You see, Wuntibi is now facing court trial. Boache Jako was also removed as a minister. Paul Afoko was suspended, and everybody has an issue. This is serious though.
I tell you.
And I hear John Boyd is also in the race.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard. Yeah.
Chairman John Boyd. I see.
I tell
you. People are doing things. Chairman John Boyd. Chairman Wuntibi. I see. Anyway, Buga is the chairman, so as we speak, the party does not have a substantive chairman.
Yeah.
Stephen in team.
One resume.
No. Ever since they wrote that he was sick.
I'm surprised with you, Mr. Active.
No, send me my busy. I'm busy.
How can you be busy?
No, but I read his letter asking for some time to go on.
The man has decided to abandon the party.
Oh no,
he's in the house.
So they don't
he doesn't want to have anything to do.
Oh, who told you?
Which hospital bed is he?
I'm not aware. I'm not aware. I'm not.
He's fit, but he doesn't want to see the party.
Well, this is also from Professor Don Six to Cecilia. Says good morning, Solomon, you are great, and says Professor Kwesi Pratt Jr. God bless you. How can someone be jailed for stealing 500 Ghana cedis and one steal millions and still be at the US enjoying? What is the freedom and justice motto we set for ourselves? AG, we need result, not only briefing. Prof again says I love Kwesi Pratt Jr. and I want to push SMG agenda here. Look, Pan-Africa must leave. Paul should relax behind because those people are still around. God bless Solomon with greater wisdom. God bless our homeland Ghana and make us great and strong. That's Prof who sent that message. This one says thumbs up for Solomon also. But why do we keep discussing the NPP when they are preparing to bring a new set of members to execute wickedness, corruption, and distraction on innocent Ghanaians? So now, do you know another NPP parliamentary aspirant for China Paga constituency who doubles as the current Beza of Northern School of Business in Tamale was caught smuggling food items to her house? Katari sent from Tamale. Then this one says, I'm 80 years old.
Cannot independently.
Yeah, we cannot. Yeah. This one says, I'm 80 years old. My only dream is to see that Nanado and Baumia will be charged for financial loss. That you didn't add your name. And this one says, good morning. I like his submission and admire him, so I want to join his party. So I need his contact from RC who joins us.
Do me a favor. Our party's website is www.unitedpartyghana.org. www.unitedpartyghana.org, and all of them can register to be members instantly.
Okay, so they don't need to call you.
But our constituency officers are coming.
Okay.
And I'll be in their constituencies and we have a fruitful discussion.
Okay.
Yes.
So for now, they should just go online.
Go online. But if they want, they ask for the contact, you can give to them backstage. But the last time I tried it, said that it was terrible.
You try giving your contact out.
In fact, unconsciously, I was just, the host was telling me, but what is your number? Then I even forgot myself that I was hey, I gave it. In fact, you can give it to them.
This one takes an exception to the NPP being described as useless. Then there's one says, please, one of these days we need explanation or info about the pictures. Okay, the country. Okay, thank you very much, Mohammed. Thank you. There's Aigbe who says, what is happening to those involved in the corruption at National Cathedral Project and Polugu Multipurpose Dam? Both projects were surrounded by controversies under Opana's era, yet those responsible have not been arrested or prosecuted. There's more says, Sana, ask Solo for me, when are they coming to open UP office at Ho? So he says it's work in progress. They are working on that. They are working on that currently.
So very soon they will see the office in here.
Okay. Rodeo from Kwashiman says, anytime I hear NPP communicators talk, I feel pity for them. NPP is just a party. Okay, thank you very much. Look at how they have milked our nation in style. Husband and wife coming together to design schemes, looted our country. Thank you very much for that comment. There's more, and a lot more of you are asking for Solomon Owuso's contact. Like he said, unitedparty.org.
Unitedpartyghana.org.
Unitedpartyghana.org. If you want to join the party, go there. Unitedpartyghana.org. Just visit that site and then do join the UP Plus. Well, let me say a big thank you to Comrade Kwesi Prajina, who is the Socialist Movement of Ghana. Also to Mujib Rahman, who is a member of the NPP's communication team. Of course, as always, it's great to see Solomon Owusu, who is Communications Director of the UP.
Thank you for watching PENDREAM TV. We really appreciate your time once again on the channel, and say God bless you for the good work you are doing and continue to do. If you have really enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.